What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Paranormal Rush Hour. I'm your host, Ryan Rush, if you can see me. Uh, I'm out here in the woods in the dark, and we still don't have any power. So I figured it would be a cool night to do this because, for one thing, there's a almost full moon, and I, I like the woods. I live like in the woods, so I don't have to be that far from my house to do this because I wouldn't otherwise, because this stuff right here, the story I'm about to read you guys, this is the kind of stuff that freaks me out. Okay? This is the stuff that just no thanks. um I don't know. I mean, those of you who may not be aware of the other stuff that I do, like I have another channel because I live out here in the woods I was talking about on my property with a group of Sasquatch that also live here. And I've been like interacting with them and stuff for about 5 years now. And it's just really wild, the stuff that goes on out here. But anyway, I can handle that. I just don't want any part of this kind of stuff. All right, I'm gonna get to reading. All right, everybody. Dear Ryan, I'm writing this to you because it's the scariest thing that I have ever seen. And I would also like to know if anyone who sees this, I guess sees this like as in the video, has experienced anything close to it. Here goes. One night several years ago, in October too, me and my three good friends were going to go hang out and have a couple drinks in a very rural graveyard right outside of town. Two of my buddies had somehow gotten some girlfriends. They're cool guys, just butt ugly. Ha ha ha. I didn't say that. That's what he wrote. Okay. And they came along too. We had all known each other for years, so it's not like any of us were strangers. We got to the graveyard and posted up by a tree and just started doing what we had planned. Everyone was sitting in the back of my truck when one of the girls said, "Did you hear that?" They were already a little scared because they are girls and we were in a cemetery, so I thought they were just scaring themselves. Then I hear something too, and I told everyone to be quiet. They stopped talking and we all start to hear a low growling sound. One of the girls said that was what she had heard. We all start to get a little scared because this doesn't sound like anything we recognize. Then it stops, and almost instantly we start seeing glowing red lines forming in between some of the gravestones. We start scrambling to get out of there. The girls are just freaking out, crying, and we are all over the place, not really knowing what to do. By then, the lines had formed a triangle between three gravestones, and it starts glowing brighter. I told everyone to just get in the back, and I hopped in the cab with my one friend that was able to jump in there with me, and I started backing up, and I start backing up to turn around. My friends and I, no, my friends in the back were yelling hysterically when I started going backwards. Then I look up in the mirror and I see a black figure standing in the middle of the glowing triangle. I threw it in drive and flew out of there. I thought it was going to be over after that. But once we got to a well-lit place, I stopped and tried to get them to get in the cab with us. One of my friends that was in the back said something wasn't right with his girlfriend. I thought she had just got scared out of her mind like the rest of us, but then he showed me her wrist, and there were 3 fresh claw marks on it. I wouldn't even call these scratches. The girl was just shaking and not saying anything. So I get everyone in the truck and drive them all back to their cars where we met. Fast forward a few days. And my friend that was with the girl calls me and says she is still not acting right and her parents were getting really worried. He started to think she got possessed. Over the next month, her behavior changed drastically. She was a cheerleader in school, that type of girl, but she suddenly changed her whole look. I mean, she started dyeing her hair pitch black, wearing black clothes, started getting tattoos and all that. As a matter of fact, her first tattoo was of the claw marks. She got them exactly how they looked on her wrist that night. My friend and her broke up after the tattoo. He said she was not the same person as she was before that night. And I could tell by looking at her that she wasn't. He even came clean to her parents about the graveyard so they might get her some sort of help. I cannot help but feel a little responsible for what happened to her. I know I cannot control that stuff, but I still feel bad over it because the graveyard was my idea. Nobody knows where this girl is anymore. About a year ago, someone told me she was in New Orleans and was some kind of occult practitioner. I don't know about how true that is, though. Anyway, that is my story, and I'd love to know if anyone else has ever had something like this happen. Thank you for reading it, Ryan, and I'm keeping him anonymous. Okay. That freaks me out. I mean, that's for real. That stuff is just, there's something about when you get into that realm, there's something about that I just don't like. And I mean, I don't mind discussing it. Don't get me wrong. I think it's interesting still, even though I don't want any part of it. I still do think it's interesting, but I'm not going to go pursue it. That's for sure. And I mean, these guys weren't pursuing it. It didn't sound like to me, unless he left out a part about having some kind of crazy ritual or something going on. I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. But anyway, I have a feeling though that when stuff like this happens, they try to get into somebody to actually change them to better serve their purpose, like to better serve the evil that they have. And I don't know. That's just kind of how I've always felt about, like, demonic oppression and possession and stuff like that. I mean, I think it's just so they can serve their evil for them, so they can be manipulated, the people. I think that's why they try to take control of them, for the most part. But I don't know, that's creepy. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody watching, and I'm gonna get out of here because I don't know. I just don't want to sit here anymore. All right. I really do appreciate everybody watching, and you guys let me know what you think. If anyone's had any experiences like this, please let us know. And you guys keep your fingers crossed that my power will be back on, like, ASAP. I really miss it. So, all right. Take care, everybody. And I'm going to try to have a video out tomorrow, too. I've got another cool one for you for Halloween. So, but if I don't, if something happens and I can't find a way to charge my devices, then everybody have a safe Halloween, please. Take care. Stay safe. And have fun, most of all. And I'll see you guys really soon. Thanks. And definitely stay safe. Happy Halloween.